Hello there, this is Adel Shade from Team Goodnight, and we're going to continue from the previous tutorial where we created this character for the Goodnight look, and now we're going to go into rigging, skinning, and animation, and it will be ready to export to Sketchfab. So this is our character here, and we're going to add a Armature human meta rig. So we're going to go to the Armature options, and there is going to be the X-ray, so we can see what is going on here, and the model will not overlap. And here we're going to go for X mirror. Okay, so this is going to copy whatever is going to be done on the other side. We're right here, we're going to place this. I'm going to go down to the knee, and we have the body here, the thighs. This one is going to go down to here. We're just going to try to match the body parts where it should go. It's the hand. In scale, as for scaling here, okay. Let's see where it goes. Because he doesn't have fingers, and this is the hand bone, so we're going to try to match the hand bone where it should be. Okay. So, fingers. This character doesn't have fingers, so we're not going to need him. We're going to delete all of those fingers. And it's going to copy the same thing on the other side by itself because we activated the X mirror. Here we're going to adjust things to match up better. Okay. For the head, and this one is for the neck. All right, let's put this one right there. Okay, so now we are practically done with this. This is we're almost there. We're almost finished. So we're gonna generate a rig. This is in the Armature option. You click on Generate Rig, and it will generate this rig automatically for you. So you click on the Armature and you hide it for now, just in case you need it later or you made a mistake. So you click on the new rig that was generated, and you press X-ray again in the Armature options, and you're going to see everything here. So now we still have this, the umbilical cord, not a PP, to animate, but we don't have any bones set up for it. So what we can do is that after we select the Armature, we press Tab and we go to Edit Mode. So what we want is we want it to follow the hip movement, maybe, or let's see what we have here. We have the hip, right? Let's check. Yes, these are the hips. So this is the closest to the hips in here. So we go to Edit Mode, and this is the hip bone. We add a new bone. This is the new bone. Select, rotate, and we place it where... oh boy, sorry for that. So grab X, and we're going to put it right here in the center, and just trying to cover the mesh. That's what we need to do, because that's what we need to. The process is that we're going to have a set of bones, and these bones are going to influence the mesh and move them. That's what rigging is. So we're going to select the bone. We're going to cover the whole area, and then we're going to go to Armature, and there should be a subdivide. So we press subdivide, and it's going to show us this number here, And we subdivided a couple of times, like, okay, this is looking enough, is good enough. All right, 4 is good. 4 is good. So for this bone, we wanted to follow the hip bones. So we're going to go to the bone options here, and we're going to go to the parent. We're trying to parent this bone to another bone. So we're going to look for the hips. So what you need to do is that you're going to have 2 options, which is hips and hips def, which is def means deformation. So do not select the hips because that is actually in the Blender auto-generated. This is the controller, and we need to select the deformation. So we select the deformation, and now we're going to go here, and when we move, these bones are going to move along with the hips. So since this is done, we're going to go back to object mode. We're going to select the mesh, and we're going to select the model, and Control P, and we're going to go for automatic weights. So now we select the bone, the armature, and then we're going to select the bones. There is this options here, and I forgot this window. So press N to expose that window in case it did not show up, and you activate the IK bones, both for the legs and the for the feet and the hands. Sorry. Okay, that is done, and you can turn off the IKs. The FKs from this menu, so it will not get in the way. And now you have a completely rigged character. You compose it in whichever way you like. Okay, so we want to reset. We press we select A for everything, and then Alt G and Alt R. Basically, it's resetting the grab option, which is the moving option, and the R rotation. So these are resetted. Now we want to go for animation. This is our timeline here, and we're gonna go to here and press right click and split, and we split it that way. And from here, or is it the bottom one? This is the bottom one. From here, we're gonna go to dope sheet, and from in here, you go for action editor. Click on action editor, and you're gonna press on new. So this is your animation clips that you're going to assign for the character. You want to have different animations, so you can add different set of animations to it that you can select from a list. So let's say that we have a run animation. So we press run, and in here, if we click here, we're going to see that there is a list and there is a search. So there is going to be, you can add a list of animations by adding more. So you have run 001. So you have now 2, and you can switch between them. So now what we need to do is that we're going to activate the record option here in the timeline. So it will auto key for you all of the animation frames when you move the armature. So we're going to click on this. This is auto keying activated now, and we're going to go for our first pose. Select the foot, go like this, since he's like bungee jumping on his not bungee jumping, spring jumping on his umbilical cord in a way. And then if I want to copy the same position for the other limb, I'm gonna press Control C, Control Shift V, so it will copy it to the other side. And okay, for the hand, right. Copy, paste. Okay, so there he is. And then the umbilical cord. So we have our first frame. Maybe let's make it a bit more interesting. Just breaking out the symmetry of the pose to make it look a little bit more interesting. Okay. Still looking a little bit off balance there. Alright. That's a bit better. Okay. So this is the first pose. So now we're going to go for, let's say, frame. You can zoom in and zoom out in the timeline by scrolling. And there you go. So it's like we got frame 5. Let's go to frame 10 here. And we want him to, like, he's going to be bouncing up. So we're going to grab the main hip controller, and then we're going to grab the hands, and I'm going to push him up. Second here. Also the feet though with it. Rotate, push him up. Okay. So he's like lunging forward. So we're gonna now scroll between those. Oh, did not. Sorry for that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that I made a mistake here and I did not key everything properly. So what I'm gonna do in here, I'm gonna select everything, copy, and I'm gonna try to undo everything. This is a bit of a stunt here. I'm pulling a stunt. So we're gonna go back to select everything, and we're gonna go back to the 0 frame, and we're going to key with grab. Now everything is auto keyed. We're going to go back to 10, paste the previous pose, and now it's resolved. The problem resolved itself. Okay, so we have that, and then go to frame 20. By the way, I'm overshooting the frames right now just to get the animation going, and then we're going to adjust the timing later. So right here, we're going to select everything again. Oh, sorry. And then make him go up and rotate a bit. All right. Grab. Okay. Now he's like going forward and lunging up, and then what we're going to do, we want him to go back to the previous position. So we're going to just copy the first frame and put it back on the 30. So there you go. I still don't like how the head is moving. It's not. It's very static. So what we're going to do is that we're going to try to give the head a bit of motion. So since he's lunging forward, going to try to adjust the shoulders and the head, as in like he's doing like this, and then he's going to go up and lunge up, go down. Let's make his head go up, all the way up, so we can see his face, because good night is angled view, like isometric sort of way, so try to take that into consideration if you're animating specifically for good night. If not, do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, so there you go. So we have this animation here, but if we're gonna look at it, it's very slow. We don't want that. So to make the animation loops a little bit here, okay, you ask the end of the timeline to be, since we have 30 frames at the moment, we ask it to be 29. So it will loop perfectly back into the first frame, since the last frame is the same as the first frame. So we're going to look at it. This is what the animation looks like right now. Alright, so what we can do is that we select everything here on the character, all the controllers, and we select all the frames, and we go back to the first frame. And we press S to scale. So we're going to scale all of those frames down all the way to 10. So let's see how that's going to look. And then we're going to adjust the end time here and the timeline. So we're going to make it 9. Alright. I think it's going to be way too fast. He's headbanging. He's like in a mosh pit. Yeah, let's go! Alright, so yeah, I think this is fine for now. And he looks like he's chopping from above. So yeah, now we have this animation done. It came out very well. Alright, so what we do is that we need to press the F here. It's basically to save this animation clip to your Blender file to be seen by other softwares. So we're gonna press F, and this animation has been locked. It's there. So you go to Object, you go to Object Mode, and you select everything. Make sure that you select the model and the rig and nothing else, in case you have anything else in your scene. And oh, one more thing though. To clean up things, just go to the last in here in the Layers tab. You go to the last one, select everything, delete everything, and then you go back. This is some extra data that any engine doesn't need it. So you select the rig. So we're back. I did some trial and error here to figure out what works and what doesn't. So the first thing first, you need to check out if your model is completely clean. From the previous sculpting process that we did, we left the what was it again? The multi-resolution modifier on. So you gotta delete that and clean up the armature in this area, and then make sure you don't have any other elements in your scene other than the model itself and the rig. So after that, you select the model, you select the rig, and you go for export, and you select FBX. So you go for FBX, and you make sure that you select. You don't need to select anything actually. You just export, because that'll create issues. There are some things that does not export correctly if you do that. So in here we are gonna go to the file where we have all of our files that we exported, and this is where the TNUP Final 2. So we're gonna go to Sketchfab, and we click Upload and Browse. So we're gonna go to this file, select, and upload, and then upload files, and we wait. It's not gonna take much time in here. By the time that we're waiting, let's fill this up. This is a mod character test for Goodnight Bullet Hell. Okay, so the category is character. So in here, it's preferable to make it easier for the community. You don't have to do it, but for the community to find your model a lot much more easier, you write down, we're going to make a tag called Goodnight Bullet Hell, Goodnight Bullet Hell mods. Or make it, for this one, as a character mod. Okay, so we got it here, and we're gonna view the model. Finished uploading, so it's loading now, and here he is, working in all his glory. But there is the textures that we need to upload. So we click on Edit Settings. Stay on this page. First, we save the changes that we made here. and you make it for free so other people have access to it, to download it. Save again, and click on Edit Settings. And from the Edit Settings, it's going to finish loading first. Okay, so we go for Material, and this is the color. We click on Texture and Import Texture. So we're going to go for the file where we have all of our textures. So we click Diffuse. This is the color, which is also called Diffuse, so we select it. Oh, this is the wrong file, it seems. Let's check for the other one. Import. Okay, so there we go. Yes, so in here, you see that the diffuse texture is reading properly. And we close the PBR material here. We go for normal, we activate normal, and we click here, and manage textures, import, and we have the normal map. So right there, you got the normal, you select it, and now the character has normal map. And also there is an ambient occlusion, we activate that, click, because we have an ambient occlusion map, so we're going to upload it as well. Ambient occlusion, and it's uploaded, and all is done. And here there's the animation section. In case the animation is not working, you can select the animations in here. So we have two animations. You can select whichever you want. So we're going to select this one, and we're going to save settings, and it's going to save, and then publish. And Bob's your uncle. All is done. So you can copy this link and go to share it with everyone else. So let's give that a shot. This is the model. All working. Everything is fine. So, it seems that Sketchfab takes its time to prepare the model for downloading, and after it finishes downloading, it's going to activate the button here for the download. So you click on download, and just like how Alex showed, he's going to go for this option, and it's going to download the model, save, and that's it. So we're waiting here for the download to finish. So after downloading the files and followed the same process and steps that Alex provided in his video, which I'll post the link in the description as well for that. And yeah, the model is working here, it seems. So we're gonna go back and sorry, I'm still not familiar with this. Okay, Tianak, he's here. Okay, so there he is. Yeah. All right, so upload online. Upload complete. Okay, back. So yeah, the model has been uploaded and ready to go.